the story begins, and we see about the life of Chuck Noland, who was stuck in an island and lived in it for 4 years. The story starts with the company, and we see Chuck. He is very serious in his work. The officers want every courier to reach on time. In this regard, they visit out of country where they have branches, and employees appreciate them a lot and tells them the value of time. Chuck loves a girl. Her name is Kelly. They have a good relationship and they want to get married, but are not able to because of business. Christmas is also near. He has to go for the company. Chuck tells Kel that I will definitely come on New Year. Kelly says, "How will I spend Christmas?" Chuck convinces him. Chuck and Kelly give each other a Christmas gift. Kelly gives Chuck a watch, which has a picture of Kelly. Now Chuck leaves for Malaysia, and there is a heavy storm on the way, due to which their plane crashes. And this plane is the company's personnel. There are 4 more people in the plane, and this plane falls into a Pacific Ocean, and only Chuck is left in them. A strong storm of the sea blows Chuck away, and when his eyes open in the morning, he is on a boat, and there is nothing around. There Chuck gets worried. Chuck makes a lot of noise there, but there is no sign of a human being there. Now he writes a big help on the ground so that a plane passing from above sees him and comes to his help. Night falls and he goes to sleep. The next day he wakes up and sees that he had written help on the sand. It is gone. Now he writes help with wood. He is sure that someone will come to find him, and looking at this sign, he will come to this place. Now Chuck feels hungry, and whatever the company's stuff flows, there is nothing to eat in it. Now Chuck feels the sound of something. When he looks here and there, a coconut falls on the ground. He knows that this is the sound of coconut. Now he can't see anything but coconut water to drink. He drinks it and survives. Chuck has been here for 3 days because of the stones in the sea. His feet were also injured. He does not have shoes in his feet. Now he cuts his pant in half and wraps it around his feet so that his feet do not hurt, and he sees a very high peak there. He decides that he will definitely climb it as soon as he sees how he can climb up. He guesses and succeeds in climbing the peak. Now he sees something floating in the sea from above. When he comes back down, he is surprised to see that he was the dead body of the pilot of his plane. He cries a lot and arranges to bury him, but before burying him, he keeps his shoes and torch. Now he was used to live in this island. He drinks the oasis on the leaves and lives. He tries to kill the fish, but fails to eat it. He gets only coconut water and oasis on the leaves at night. He eats it and survives. Now at night, he sees a ship in the sea. Seeing it, he gets very excited and makes noises. He turns on the light of the torch, but there is no use from so far. The next day, he decides that the airboat will sit in it and leave the beach. He knew that there is no one here. Now, when he tries to get out of there, the waves are so fast that due to their speed, he falls into the sea. Meanwhile, he gets hurt on his feet, and a lot of blood comes out. Now Chuck comes back to his place, and now it starts raining. He sees a cave. He goes into it to spend the night and turns on the torch. And because of that, the battery also gets low. Now it doesn't have anything else for light. He does not even know how to light a fire. Now he comes back and finds some things in the company's stuff that came with him after swimming. He opens them, but there are only 1 or 2 things useful in it. He finds shoes that are for skating. There is a blade under it. He easily tears this scenario. Now he can cut anything he wants. Now he cuts a wood and makes a handle out of it and catches the fish. He can't eat raw fish, so he tries a lot to light a fire, but he can't succeed. Now Chuck gets an idea that if I rub 2 woods, maybe I'll succeed. And that's what happens. He gets success. He is so happy for the first time after coming to the beach. Chuck sees a football in the company's warehouse. Chuck's blood is on it. It gives him the shape of eyes, nose, and lips. It turns him into a face. Chuck makes him his friend and talks to him. He puts him near the fire to dry. He calls him Wilson. Chuck's other problem is his toothache. This is a very old pain, but he never got it checked. Now Chuck has to break it, and he breaks it, and at the same time becomes unconscious. And as time goes by, it becomes 4 years on the island. In 4 years, he learns to live in this place. His appearance has deteriorated. His head and mouth hair have grown a lot, and he looks very weak. He had so much experience that he used to throw a stick from a distance and catch the fish. Chuck's friendship with Wilson was enough. He used to talk to him a lot. Now one day, he is eating fish that he hears a voice. Chuck sees a steel sheet. He gets an idea that he can get out of here with the help of this. Whenever he tries to get out, the waves don't let him go. Now he cuts a coconut wood and makes a board and puts a steel sheet in front of it. Although it was not easy to prepare the boat, and he decides that when the winds will be less, he will try to leave. And he puts the sheet in front of the boat so that when he sits in the boat, he can push the water with the help of the sheet, and he can go ahead. Chuck puts Wilson inside and leaves. He also competes with big waves on the way, but he is still the sea. He does not know when the land will come. Chuck had a hope that he will reach home, but it was not easy. In the sea, he faces a lot of problems. He manages to survive on food. He collects rainwater for eating and drinking. He collects rainwater in coconut. He keeps it with him and saves it so that Hem can use it in trouble. And as soon as he sees Chuck's ball, his Wilson friend falls into the water. And when he finds out, he has gone very far. Now he jumps into the water and tries to save Wilson, but he fails. And after coming back to the boat, he cries a lot. Wilson had supported him a lot in 4 years. He was not a football for Chuck. He was very attached to it. That's why he is very sad to go. Now Chuck was tired after a long journey, and a ship passes in front of him, which sees him and saves him. Chuck had come back. After coming back, he sees that everything had changed. His friends and family thought that he was dead, and his girlfriend Kelly, who loved each other very much, was married, and she also has a daughter. When Chuck goes to meet her, she is very happy and hugs him. Now that Kelly is married, nothing can be done, and their paths are separate. Chuck returns the watch that Kelly gave him while leaving because it is Kelly's family watch, and keeps the picture of this watch with him. Kelly tells him that you had promised that you will come. Chuck says sorry and leaves. Kelly still loves Chuck, but she has her own family. That's why she can't go. Kelly has a car given by Chuck. She gives it back, and Chuck takes the car and leaves. Kelly is looking at Chuck. She is very sad. She calls Chuck and she runs away. Chuck also comes back, and they hug each other. Kelly tells him that I knew you were alive, and I was sure you would come back, but I had to do all this. Because of everyone's force, I had to get married. And they both tell each other that we still love each other. Chuck puts Kelly in the car and drives her home. He says, I don't want your house to be ruined. Now we see that Chuck is sitting with his friend and tells him that I tried to commit suicide in the middle. I was about to hang myself, but I thought of Kelly, that I have to go to her. And today, when I came back, I have lost her. Time forced Kelly to choose her way, and she got married. Now Chuck was left alone, but life has to go ahead. And in the end, it happens that Chuck has a package, which he saves from the island after the plane sinks. Many packages come to the shore, and he thinks that he will open it after going home, but he doesn't do that, and he comes to return the package, but there is no one there. And he writes a note on the door in which it is written, "This package saved my life," and goes away from there. Now we look at the check towards a rough road, and there he is looking at the map. Where should he go? So a girl comes and shows him the way. There is the same sign of wings on his car, which is on the package. Now Chuck follows her, and she goes to the same house where Chuck had written the note, and she too has lost her partner. Now Chuck and Bettina may meet in the future. Chuck has a hope in his eyes, and the story of the film ends.